today's episode, I'm going to show you how to get this look here and this look for your car scenes. Before I start, I just want to say a massive thank you to anyone who has been engaging on the latest YouTube videos that I've been putting out. I've been seeing a lot of new subscribers as well, so if you are subscribed recently, thank you for that. I appreciate you. If you need any help with anything, do reach out to me. All right, so we're going to break down the first look. For this setup, I'm using a new light that Nanlite sent to me recently, and that's the 300C, the FS 300C. It doesn't have a ballast, so it's quite simple to rig up. It's very lightweight, so you can easily put it in overhead settings. So usually I would use my 720B or my 200D, and I would put gels in front of it. A bit like the logo lighting video that I put out on YouTube, I used a blue gel in front of the projector attachment to the 720B, and that obviously gave me the blue effect that I wanted. But with the 300C, you can just do that with the app. It's so simple and easy and quick to use that I don't really need gels anymore, and this is going to be such a huge time saver. So to get this look, I'm going to demonstrate to you guys how we did this. First of all, you're going to need a Lee diffusion sheet. This is the Lee Heavy Frost diffusion sheet. It does have a specific number, so I'll put that down in the description below. And I've got that, I will have that behind the talent. Right behind it is the 300C with the projector attachment. And I'm just going to switch it on for you guys so you get to see what I'm talking about. Okay, so that is on now, and as you can see, it's giving me that circular shape of light, and that's coming in from behind. So when I sit in front of it, I'm not going to have any light hitting me from the front. Then to get the second circle on my chest, what I did is I used a 60C with another projection attachment, but this time I used the 19-degree projection attachment, and I used the iris attachment with that. So the iris modifier, or the iris gobo, basically allows you to go really small with the circle that you want. It's essentially an iris for your lens, but this is for the light. So I'm going to put that back in here, and I'm going to bring it in front of the camera. So this might be in the shot, which is fine because I'm demonstrating for you guys. And I'm going to close down. You can see it when I do that. So if I switch off the 720B from the side, because we don't really need that anymore, but you can see the light here when I open and close it up. So if I come here, you can see how it changes and it shifts. So I've got it at the smallest option really, and I've got 120C here as my key, so I'm going to switch that off, and I'm probably going to lose focus at this point, but essentially when you zoom in, so this is a wide angle shot, but if I go a bit tighter, here we go, and that is how I got this look. Now everything is set to 100%, but what I can do, I can actually go into my Nanlite app, and I can reduce the intensity on all lights. I do have some haze in the room as well, which I actually didn't have when I did this shot initially. And I'm going to put it on the effect mode as well. So I'm going to go into my effects and go to hue loop at 30%. And you can see that light changing on my chest here. And then on my 300C, I can also go into my effect mode and go to my hue loop settings, and it's at 100% at the moment, which as you can see is too intense. So this is at 20%, and I've got one set to reverse. So 300C is set to reverse, and the 60C is set to one way. And in theory, they should be cycling through the colors now. Yeah, the only thing about the diffusion sheet is that obviously it's not wide enough, so you might be able to see it in the frame, but you can use any other diffusion if you want to. So I'm going to put on my key light again, and see what this looks like with the key. Obviously the effect is not as pronounced now, All right guys, so for the next setup, we're gonna look at how to light interiors of cars. So you can go about lighting cars in so many different ways, from the outside and from the inside. From the inside, you don't have as much space, so you have to be a little bit smart about what you can use and what's visible in the shot and what's not. And you can go about doing this in many different ways. I tried the Pavos limbs, I tried the 300C and the Astereotitans. You can also use the Nanlite Pavo tubes. So I would put 2 Astereotitans at the front and 2 Astereotitans at the back, and I would choose what color I want using the Bluetooth bridge attachment. And to add that volume and texture and a bit of a dramatic look, I used a lot of haze. So again, I'm using the Smoke Genie here, which I've used in my previous videos, which is great for this sort of stuff because it's portable and you don't need to plug it into power anywhere. And this is where this really shines. And I use the remote control. So when I press this remote control here, I'm releasing a bit of haze in the room. I'm not gonna lie, I did go through 2 tanks to achieve the kind of desired effect or look that I wanted. So that's just something to be aware of. You might need a lot of haze liquid to get that kind of look. Now I have the 300C in my kit, I would have probably used it to light the car from the outside as well. So obviously super happy now I don't have to use gels like this because I've got the 300C, the 60C, I've got the Pavos limbs as well, and all of them can be connected to the app and you can create scenes and control everything super quick with the apps. The days of gels are not very long now. Some people still like to use them, but I think for this, I think the 300C is powerful enough to get the looks that I want. You know, at the moment, the 300C is set to only like 20%. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you have any questions, as always, please let me know, and I'll see you in next week's video. Take care, guys. Peace.